Get in, nerds. We are playing Victoria 3. So, we have some places with low market access, which I absolutely need to deal with. Normandy, Poitou-Saintonge, and Guyenne. Are these places having ones built? They're not. So, I am actually going to throw these in at the top of the queue to make sure they happen fast. Wow, Normandy is extremely short on market access. Let's do 5, maybe 6. And Poitou-Saintonge, which is down here. They're also significantly short. Alright. We'll do 4 there. And that'll get done fast. Now, we're still having some electricity shortages in quite a few places. French Botswana, Gambia, French Namaqualand, and Al Reef. Oh my gosh, where is Botswana? I'm so bad at this. Oh my gosh, I'm not even in the right zone. This is horrible. Here we go. Power plants are subsidized. That should sort out the shortage. Yeah, that will. Gambia. Power plants are subsidized. They're trying to hire. What do prices look like? Oh, you're going to need a bunch more. So, throw 2 more levels in at the top of the queue there. We did Botswana, we did Gambia, Namaqualand. Local prices are low enough that subsidizing will be sufficient. Al Reef up here in North Africa. Are we subsidized? We're not. What do prices look like? We're going to need actually 1 more level here. We're currently building one, that's fine. Marrakesh, also in Morocco. Prices are insufficient. 3 more levels. And then finally, Congo Oriental. Down here. Prices, this will be fine with a subsidize. Alright, and then we got transport shortages in Chad, Zambezia, and South Madagascar. South Madagascar, how much, we got 1 railway building, let's add another. Chad is up here. Really? How short are we on transport in Chad? A lot. We need 3 more levels. And Zambezia, which is here. How much transport do we need? A lot more. Like, see, these produce, yeah, 50 transport per level. So we're going to need another 6 levels. Very good. That's what happens when you change up production methods without paying too much attention. Alright, so. They're still saying not enough construction for investment pool, but that seems like nonsense. How long is my construction queue here? Oh, we're actually completely fine. We're nearly building up everything. So let's go construction maxing. There's a lot of places we can't build up more, but there are some that we can. Picardy has some capacity. French Low Countries has some capacity. Aquitaine, Languedoc, Provence. Savoy, we could easily get up to 10. And oh, that 5 out of 3 is not around. All right. And what's this? Greece, you're offering us a war goal of transfer Tripolitania if we back your ongoing play against the Ottomans. Well, 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 well. What an interesting option. Who else is likely to step in on this? Mexico. Unfortunate. Great Britain might get involved, but if we get involved with Great Britain, that would be fine with me. If I accept this from Greece, they will be on my... I should get control of the war. So let's do it. Yes, so they side with me, and all of my subjects side with me, and now I'm the war runner. And I'm still reputable. Get everyone together. So what fronts have we got? We've got small fronts down here in Africa. Let's go ahead and throw small armies into them. And then we'll put other armies onto other fronts. I want to get the Persian front pushed forward, but I also want to make sure that I get the Tripolitania front pushed forward, and then expeditionary forces are going to go on the main front in Greece, and one in Egypt. And then we're going to see who else gets involved in this thing, because different countries are more likely. Mexico's still likely to get in. Britain is fearful now. Haha! Get out of here, Britain. I think this might be... I think I may have over-mobilized, but that's okay. If Mexico gets in, we might have an opportunity. I have some return... Oh, interesting. I can throw in more... more war goals for Greece, which would be interesting. I can throw in some transfer subject war goals, although that wouldn't be useful to me, because these subjects will be isolated from my market. Do I have anything that can target Mexico? I could do some liberate subject war goals. Huh, weird. Not sure what all is going on with this. Could do a liberate country war goal. I could liberate Iraq. I often liberate Iraq. Simply because liberating Iraq creates a state here that I can take over. Liberate Assyria. It's that area. That's interesting. It's an interesting option. If I liberate Iraq, it'll be just those three states. They don't get Deir ez-Zor? They don't. Oh, I guess Deir ez-Zor is in Syria. So that makes sense. Alright. With that having been said, I think I'm going to hang tight on the war goals for now. Mexico's damaging relations, and they've withdrawn from our agreement, which is what it is. I didn't really expect anything to go differently from that. Alright, it looks like this front is actually a rougher front, so we'll see. They're doing a revoke claim on Western Thrace. Ottoman Empire backs down. Oh, interesting. That's delightful. Okay, so Greece gets Thessalia, and not a lot else, which is interesting. I defeated. I was instrumental. I did it. I claim credit. All right. What else can we max out for construction? Let's boost up Rhône. Let's just max out the French metropole proper. Lorraine is going to need some additional, and we'll do French Germany just to be nice as well. So I lost a general. I need to make sure I deal with that. I'm going to need some more... No, it's Lorraine where I'm going to need more railways. Because I'm short on access there, and I've just built up a bunch of sectors. Alright, let's take a look at the generals. Looks like all the armies are doing good. Maybe the army of North Africa could use another fella. Maybe this fella could simply use a promotion. There we go, easy peasy. Army of Central Africa has attrition. That's curious. I'm going to put these lads back on offensive stuff. Oh my gosh, I hope I didn't leave a bunch of armies on defense. That would be dumb. I have done that in the past, and will do so again, but for now we're good to go. Alright, and last but not least, let's max out Corsica. Corsica has none construction sectors, so that'll be nice for them. Yep, we've got a bunch of construction sectors building. So what's this going to get us up to? This is going to get us up to about 850. It's a pretty substantial increase. But again, the investment pool will definitely be able to... maybe I'm going a little too buck wild. Let's cut the ones... Because we're already... The notification's already gone. So let's cut the ones outside of metropolitan France. So these are the ones in French Germany and the ones in Corsica. This is going to be a pretty substantial decrease. Alright, there we go. So we are building up the construction sector some, but not too much. Army Central Africa, what's going on with you? Okay, you're a regaining organization. Mexico, my man, my man. Oh, and did I get triple... I got Tripolitania. Wonderful. Mexico, you were Wait, hold on. Is there anything? No, I'm fine. We are going to have investment rights. I don't know what's going on with that. Oh, because I'm stupid is what? I'm like, wow, they're willing to go really low. And it's like, no, I'm going really high. All right. 8,000 a week. That should be fine. For investment rights in a power block embassy and a defensive pact. That way, if the United States goes after them again, which they often do, that'll be fine. The September Convention. My rival. You know what? I'm going to rival the United States as well. I consider you a rival. How's the power block doing? We're increasing in cohesion. So that's good. Cash flow is looking absolutely fine. In fact, I'm way over my my reserve limit, which is a little bit of a shock because I thought I was not going to be able to. Looks like Two Sicilies has united all of the other Italian states except for Lucca. But of course, I'm holding... I'm holding the whole western chunk, so they're not going to be able to form Italy. Gaza, Zulu backed down. So Zulu is now a protectorate of Japan. You get him, Japan. Oh, you know what? Our cash flow is fine because I'm not building that much. So, what needs to be built in our market? Let's take a quick look. Not a whole lot. I still can't really figure out how to balance the grain situation, but I am subvening grain, and that's making the farms more productive. So that should be good. I could do more glassworks. On the other hand, I could get up to the tech that makes glassworks better. No, I don't need war machine industries, because war machine industries are not a thing anymore. I need railways is what I need. Heck. Gorche, Orléans-Berry, Auvergne-Limousin, Languedoc, Franche-Comté, and Lorraine. Well, Lorraine we're already building in, but all the others. I need railways. I got a railway max. Let's grab... Come on. I'll never use the filters. Never! You can't make me. Oh my goodness. I was on a really early training method. Embarrassing. Hey, I can do an airship mooring post on my big skyscraper. Wonderful. Where's my railways? Here they are. Alright, come on, Victoria 3. You can load the interface. I know you can. Alright, we are a little bit short here. Let's do 4 levels. We'll do 2 levels. 3 levels. 2 levels. Looks like Switzerland needs some levels, and then Renanie du Nord will put in 3 levels. Picardy, we'll put in 4 levels in Renanie du Nord. Picardy, we're gonna need 2. We'll do 3. That'll be fine. Any shortage of access in our territories in Africa. 1 in Gambia. Oh, there's a bunch being built there already. Alright, that's fine. Nigeria, is there any being built? There is not. We'll build one. I know that's in Sokoto, but that's fine. I'm happy to own railroads in Sokoto. That's no problem for me. Ethiopia's looking good. All right. Close that out. And we have an event. Another Devil's Railroad event. Workers on the railway in Zambezia are dying in droves due to the harsh malarial conditions and the extreme demands placed upon them. Every mile is marked with gravestones, every track laid in blood. Malady and the scorching heat blister our bodies. We pave the road to hell with our lives. Full steam ahead. I can say this is too high a price to pay, but 50% state construction efficiency is really, really awful, actually. The state will do better long term if we go with the mortality, unfortunately. First flight. The first heavier-than-air flight has been achieved. This technology will pave the way for the future of aviation. Never before have we commanded such mastery of the skies. With these bold new developments, the sky is the limit. Look, I'm a bird. Big old prestige buff. So, these are built in automotive industries now, these planes, these so-called aeroplanes. So, I need to find some place where it's low level and build them. Looks like I don't have a lot of that. I think I'll build a block of 10 in Guyenne. And then we'll set those to producing airplanes. Spring event, don't need to deal with that, the world is changing. And industrial barriers. Factories in Manon-Anjou have been reported to be placing Persian people into roles with incredibly poor work conditions, owing to their status as second-class citizens in the Kingdom of France. I know. Us businessmen have a reputation for only caring about the bottom line. That may be true for some, but the way I see it, any venture must be built on a strong foundation of values. The Persians don't understand those values. How could they? They're our values. This unequal treatment cannot stand. Weaker and angrier petite bourgeoisie and extracultural majority movement prop attraction, or they're lucky to have any job at all, reduced standard of living for Persians across the entire country. Radicalizes Persian pops, particularly in Manon-Anjou. What is the current standard of living for Persian pops on average in Manon-Anjou? Persian. So, 500,000. There's quite a few people. Standard of living. Give me that standard of living. Some of them are Catholic. Most are not. So they're not particularly high. Acceptance. Standard of living for laborers is pretty low. Sorry, I think the petite bourgeoisie are gonna have to be. I'm gonna lose my state penalties from turmoil and loyalists from political movements bonuses, but that's just what it's gonna be. That's just what it's gonna have to be. I'm still an extremely legitimate. I'm not as legitimate a government as I could be. Why? We got Bonapartists and Orleanists lining up in the government together. Well, that'll happen. That will happen. I got laissez-faire still. I do have no migration controls. A lot of people would be happy if we had migration controls, but the industrialists would not. Which is what it is. I don't have any capacity to go to... Oh, colonization of Kasai is complete. I don't have any capacity to go to multiculturalism right now, which would be the thing I need to do in order to finish the Algerian departments, which some of y'all have been asking about. So that might be on the docket, we'll see. Accidental good press for the Ottoman Empire. Private correspondence exchanged by members of the Anti-Ottoman League have been published in pamphlets. The letters praise the Ottoman Empire, contrary to the intentions of the trade unions. Frustration brews at the gathering of all the Anti-Ottoman League members. Many are quick to blame the trade unions for this mishap, with a series of pamphlets distributed without their sanction. One member challenges the fervor of the group. Yes, this was not our intention, but is this not one minor setback in our grand undertaking? Good press for the Ottoman Empire is harmless. reduce appeasement but improves relations. Or the trade unions should pull any remaining pamphlets. 5% of trade unions member pops become more loyalist. I'm going with that second one. We're at 15.1 million radicals, 32.4 million loyalists. If I hit this button, we're going to see how that changes things. Yeah, look at that. Oh, man, that's like 400,000 pops. It's really 800,000 pops, because a block moved out of radicals and then a block moved into loyalists. These charts are still goofed. They're still only showing one. They still show completely flat. They don't show trends right now, which is kind of the worst. But you're a protectorate. I'm going to support Afghan independence. I need to draft a treaty. Cool. They'll be happy with this. Their liberty desire is already high. It will be higher soon. Ooh, proletarian revolt in Bengal. That's interesting. Great Britain has taken over really a lot of territory. Java is recognized because they're part of, because they're what used to be the Dutch East Indies. And you get the rest of, New Guinea over to my side. Perhaps now's the time to start improving relations with Britain's empire. Maybe a time will come when I can liberate these countries. And that will be fun. So let me see. What else needs to be built? Again, I'm simply continuing to look at the market. Are we still subvening import of ammunition? We're not. It's funny, we're the kind of the man of war's capital of the world here. Languedoc and Aquitaine need more infrastructure. We're still bringing in a lot of art. I can't really do anything about that except to produce my own art. Ooh, I could make movies. Have I got film unlocked? Let's find out together. I got somewhere I need to... I have not. I got somewhere I need to rework my government admin. Where do I have access to the reset production methods? Hoodie-majig. Here, for one thing. Oh my goodness, do I not have electricity in Tanganyika? Have I failed to build electricity? I failed to build electricity here. Alright, we're going to do that. And that's going to be better. Where else? Where else? Timbuktu, that's gas streetlights. Constantine, that's standardized filing system. Sinai, that's gas streetlights. Okay, and there are a bunch of places over here. They want to go to... Actually, I should be able to go to full... to electrify all the urban centers. Who do I have... Where do I have urban centers not arcade maxing? Tanganyika. Oh, because Tanganyika didn't have power, so its urban centers stayed on the really low method. That's what happened. Alright, I'm a smart cat. I'm a smart cat who knows what's happening. Low organization of my fleets. I need more leaders. Let me see. An arrogant naval commander? That seems like the perfect person to lead a fleet. And then the other fleet, Mediterranean fleet, a persistent naval commander and a protectionist. Wonderful. I knew there were guys dying somewhere. More Grand Admirals for everyone. The Hokkaido Uprising. Ew. Well, Japan thinks they can deal with it themselves, huh? Well, let them deal with it. Anarchist Japan? Neat. Qing is still an unrecognized power. They've built up a very large army, but I feel like I can take them in a fight. So I could there's definitely stuff I could seize if I wish to. Ooh, oil and Constantine. Just for funsies, just for my own edification. If oh, I need interests. I'm like, why can't I? Because I don't have the interests. I'm not interested. So colonizing Equateur. Have we successfully gotten all of Central Africa? Not quite yet, but we're getting there. In fact, I can now probably safely fall my colonial affairs institution way back. And that's going to save me a lot of... Wait, no I can't. I can't do that. Because that is giving me infamy generation reduction. Alright, let's wait for that thing to sort itself out. I completely forgot I'm not freaking scared of Great Qing anymore. Not that I was ever, like, scared of Great Qing, but, like, a lot of times you don't go after Great Qing because you're like, well, I don't want to fight Great Qing. They're a huge power. Come on, show me that interest. That's some diplomacy, right? Okay, I got it. It happened at some point. Alright, so, hypothetically, oh, because we're in a diplomatic play together. Okay, so, Santong, not my business. Japan, you got this. I'm actually going to wait until this finishes and everyone else leaves. Because if someone else gets... I don't want to get involved. If someone else gets involved, I want to get involved. But if that doesn't happen, then that'll be fine. And we'll be able to all be where we want to be at the same time. Alright, countdown to war. Nobody has the ability to join, so that's good. Now, hypothetically. Wow! Oh, that's not much infamy at all. Oh my. A whole new avenue of action has opened up to me. I think we're going to do some aggression in China. I think that's our plan. I think we're going to do some aggression in China, but we're not going to do it until next episode because we are almost done with this episode. Also, we're still not as I grabbed Tripolitania, and that was not that was not considered cash money in the international community. So I got a little bit more infamy. But next episode, perhaps I will simply go on a conquering spree in China. Perhaps I will grab the whole East Coast or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I could collapse China. That would be interesting. That would make for an interesting end game. That having been said, that is all the time we've got for this episode, my nerds. I have had fun. I hope you all have had fun, and I will see you on the other side.